If you're a lineman in charge of keeping the lights on, Grainger understands that you go to great lengths, and sometimes heights, to ensure the power is always flowing. Which is why you can count on Grainger for professional-grade products and next-day delivery. So you have everything you need to get the job done. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Your morning blitz begins now.
Hey, welcome to your Tuesday. It's going to be a high of 62 today. Off and on rain throughout the day, so be prepared for that. Although, should be the end of it. Going to be cloudy tomorrow, but clearing up. And then for Sonic Temple, it's a perfect. It's going to be pretty nice.
It'll be beautiful.
Yep, mid-70s through pretty much every single day at Sonic Temple. Mostly sunny skies. It's going to be pretty great.
What did we do to deserve this? I'm so happy.
We were good boys and girls this year.
Can you think of a time that you started something, or it was the very beginning of something, and you were pretty much instantly over it? You're just like, I'm already done. I'm already sick of this, and I don't want to do it anymore because it has officially happened. Started yesterday, and I'm already over it. The house hunt is officially on, and I am already over it.
Please let me help, because I am on Zillow every single day, and we're not even in the market for a home.
Right.
So let me help.
Please. I mean, we've put some of yours that you recommended on the list.
Okay.
And doing the whole comparison thing. But we found a condo yesterday over in Hilliard, actually.
Yeah.
And from the pictures, from the layout, from the location, from the price, everything.
Oh, you went to see it, didn't you?
Yeah, I went to go see it. And even sitting outside, waiting for David to show up from Cell Phone 1%.
Right.
I was texting with Nora, and I was like, looking at this, and looking at this, and looking at this, and look at this fact, look at this fact. I was like, if it's just what we think it is on the inside, I'm going to put in an offer right now. This will be the one and only thing we see. This is perfect. This checks all the boxes. Walk in. They must have been using a fisheye lens for the pictures.
No, the fisheye lens is always a fooler. Everything is about, reduce the size of everything by 50%.
Yeah. I walked in and I was like, no.
It's too small.
Way too small.
Yeah.
Oh, man. How many square feet was it?
I can't remember, 14, 15, something like that. And we're looking between the 15 and 2,000 range. We don't do anything huge.
Right.
We can't afford anything huge.
Right.
But this was just too small.
Oh, man, I'm sorry.
I mean, the kitchen was like your shoulders touching the fridge and your other shoulders touching the cabinet. When you walked through the door.
Oh, no.
It's like, oh, come on.
When we sold our house in Westerville, they used a fisheye lens on our home. I think it was a 1,500 square foot home.
Right.
I looked at the listing of our own home. I'm like, this house looks amazing.
Yeah.
Why are we moving?
Right, exactly.
But I know what you mean, because when we were looking, it's like, you go on that list every day, you look at it every day, and it's like, wait a minute, I've looked at this house 4 times.
Right.
Yep. And then you go and you look at it. They say the house will pick you, and ours did. I mean, we walked in and we're like, I think this is us. It's like the house just, it's like, this is you. Yeah,
also,
this is you.
Let me tell you something. Your standards lower. The longer you keep looking, your standards
100%.
come down.
Oh, yeah.
It's already happened. In fact, I got 2 emails this morning from Nora, and it's like, this one can use some work, but the bones are there. It's pretty nice, and, it continues today. Couple more to swing by today.
It's got heat. Let's move it.
Right. 4 walls, a roof, done. We're good. Let's go to Tuesday with Blitz Morning Trivia Thick.
All right, $25 to waterbeds and stuff up for grabs if you're the first one to text in the correct answer at 99700. What rock band just got their own exclusive Slurpee drink? They teamed up with 7-Eleven. This rock band just got their own exclusive Slurpee drink. Tell us the band. Be first to do that at 99700, and you will win that gift card.
We need that answer for Blitz Morning Trivia Thick.
All right, the question was, what rock band teamed up with 7-Eleven, and they now have their own exclusive Slurpee drink, and that would be Green Day.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, so their 1992 album, Kerplunk, that was a big album for them. The new Slurpee is called Kerplunk Candy Grape.
Oh, I thought it would be green apple of some sort.
I know, that's a way better idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would think so, right? But okay, so here's the deal. It's supposed to be very sweet, slightly twisted, tastes just like cotton candy grapes. Cotton candy grapes are something Green Day keeps as a staple on their backstage riders at every show. They have to have cotton candy grapes. I don't have any idea what cotton candy grapes are.
You've never had them?
No.
They're grapes that taste like cotton candy.
Really?
They're very sweet, yeah.
Okay, so I guess they eat these all the time, so that's the flavor of their Slurpee.
Which, by the way,
Kerplunk candy grapes.
Side note: Can we talk about some real discrimination that's going on? Because I really am sick and tired of everything grape flavored being purple. What green grapes are so much better.
Oh, I agree.
Hard disagree.
Oh,
What? No, green grapes are so much better.
No.
Everything grape flavored forgets about green grapes.
I agree with you.
We need to stand up for the rights of green grapes.
Nah. No. Purple grapes are superior. I do love I love
close.
green grapes, but I will always choose a purple grape. However, they have to be really super firm. And trust me, I'm sticking my paw inside every one of those grapes bags to find the firm grapes. And I know everybody else is doing it too. That's why you should always wash your produce.
You can't padiddle all of the grapes at the
Every
grocery
bag, buddy.
store.
Until I find the really, really firm grapes, I'm in there squeezing up those grapes like you wouldn't believe.
you can't squeeze them in the bag?
Why would
I? Without touching them?
Why would I? The bags are wide open.
That's true, they are.
Do you are you nibbling on some grapes as you're shopping so you
Yes.
get a lighter weight when you get to
No, that's not the reason. I just want to make sure that they are the taste and the firmness that I want. I will always eat a grape once I choose the bag.
Fourth question, do you ever sit there bored on your couch and just start stuffing grapes up in your cheeks like a squirrel and see how many you can fit up in there, and then you're talking like this because you have so many grapes? No, you don't. Just
No,
me?
but I want to do
okay.
that
Oh,
now.
it's so much fun.
Yeah, I have
It's
to
so
do
much
that.
fun.
I'm going to buy grapes the next
I
time
need
I'm at
pictures.
the store, just for this.
Yeah. Oh, you should do it.
Oh, we should all do it. I'll post pictures.
Yeah.
Whoever gets
who
the
can
most
get the
grapes
most?
in their mouth.
Yeah, absolutely. You look like a golden retriever who's been stung by a bee in the mouth, and you're just like,
In fact, we should do this on the air and see who can talk the best.
100% we can do that.
This is a great idea.
We can do grape karaoke. Just pull a bunch of grapes and just start playing songs.
I'm in.
Yeah.
Let's go. All right, I gotta.
The grape timing challenge. We'll bring back the timing challenge.
Oh, my God.
With grapes in their mouth. Totally down
This
for that.
is going next level.
Yeah.
All right, Jennifer Kelly from Lancaster was the first one to text in and got $25 to water beds and stuff.
Congratulations. Some sad news to report. We actually have an unfortunate death that we need to talk about. And at just 22 years of age, very sad, very young, but it is apparently, when it's your time, it's your time. Skype is no longer.
Oh,
Yep.
Remember the days.
Remember the days.
Skype days.
Yep. You jump on Skype, but Microsoft announced that, nope, Skype is going bye-bye. Now, here's the thing. They did announce it a month ago that they were going to start moving users over to Microsoft Teams, and Skype is going to go away. In fact, if you go to Skype.com, it just says, start using Teams. Because Skype was founded in 2003.
Wow.
And here's the thing. Microsoft eventually jumped in and bought Skype for $8.5 billion back in 2011. Now, I'm not an economist. I don't know the ins and outs of a giant multi-billion-dollar business in Microsoft, but here's the deal. When they purchased it for $8.5 billion in 2011, Skype had around 150 million monthly users at that point. But then shortly after that, Zoom caught on, and then Zoom blew up during the pandemic.
Yeah.
And now Skype, or up until their death, Skype only had 20 million users. So they lost 130 million monthly users. So was the $8.5 billion a good investment?
Did they use the technology to come up with Teams or Meet or whatever the heck they're
Could be. Yeah, I don't know exactly how that all works out, what they transferred over, what they used or didn't use.
But they said it's better than Skype. Teams?
Yeah. I can see that.
But, you have to continue to improve because technology's coming after you. Anything you create, next year somebody's doing it better.
Oh, for
and
sure.
You have to stay up.
You absolutely do. They say that Skype's underlying software wasn't really designed for mobile. So Microsoft decided to just streamline their services, go to Teams. So if you have Skype data, you have until the end of the year to export it. I guess your contacts and information and things like that. But at the end of the year, gone for good, deleted, in the trash. So make sure you get it. So
saying goodbye to an old buddy.
Bye-bye, Skype. So sad. It's 99.7 The Blitz.
Not so breaking news. The news already broke. We're trying to put it back together.
All right, come on, Jesse Sokol. This is completely unnecessary. A 51-year-old man from Pennsylvania walked into an unlocked church last month and started wandering around the building. He looked through a lost and found box and then approached a pedestal containing the holy water. And I guess, when you run your hands under warm water, things happen. He decided to relieve himself inside of the pedestal. He was charged with intentional desecration of a venerated object, second-degree misdemeanor. His rap sheet also includes convictions for theft, criminal trespass, reckless driving, disorderly conduct, driving without a license, and actually he was convicted in 2014 of indecent assault without consent. So, not exactly like the pillar of the community.
Yeah, you're not in line for being a deacon anytime soon.
No, he is not. I guess he. Guess that's what he figured. He goes, I'm not going to run this joint anytime soon.
Just take a whiz right here.
Right here.
The holy water?
When you got to go, you got to go.
No, come on.
I'll tell you what. I told you earlier how the house hunt had begun, and we went to see this condo that we thought was going to be the one.
Yeah.
I was looking in the basement, and the basement actually had a bathroom. I could not hold it anymore. I was like, I know I'm just here looking. But I gotta take a leak. I'm sorry. And I wonder if that's frowned upon.
Well, I don't know. If you have to go, you have to go. I'm sure realtors have seen it all.
Yeah, I'm sure they have. And it is a usable bath. Like, it works. It's not like the water was turned off. And not only that, but they had the, blue stuff. So you would never know. It all went away with the blue water.
I think if it's a working bathroom, I don't see any issue with that. I mean, you might be in there for a while looking at a place.
You could be.
Hey, I got to use the restroom. Yeah, I don't think there's a problem with that.
In fact, that's one of the things I might want to do before actually signing the paperwork.
Use the bathroom?
You got to go poo-poo.
Not a bad idea.
You got to go poo-poo, make sure that thing works. Can it handle the load? That's what you got to know.
Yeah, you don't need a double flush every time.
Right.
You know this thing.
Right. Or if you really, really hate the place, then you just give them an upper decker and take off and never worry about it again. Story number 2 coming out of Florida, where unfortunately the suburb of Pinecrest, Florida, is having themselves a bit of a peacock problem right now. Take a listen.
That wasn't the problem. That was a peacock.
When I was growing up, there were no peacocks. Our neighborhoods were full of herons, blue herons, and ibises. I mean, the official bird of University of Miami is the ibis. That's what we want to see in our neighborhood. Those are the native species. And now, really, you would think that our mascot is the peacock because they're everywhere.
A male will fight for his territory, even to the extent of attacking his own reflection in a car door.
Okay, that woman sounds a little snooty for me. We used to have ibises here. No, lady. Little snooty for me.
Here's the deal, though. This area in Pinecrest is being overrun by peacocks. And like you said, they are getting aggressive. They are territorial. They are, doing damage to things like cars. So one veterinarian has launched a program. They are going to start doing peacock vasectomies to try and dull the population of the peacocks to make sure they're not mating and reproducing and creating more peacocks in this area. Because, I would be a little mad if these random animals were doing damage to cars and attacking reflections and things like that.
Who studied to do a peacock vasectomy? How in the world?
I have no idea. But, I mean, does insurance cover peacock damage to your car if you've got a bunch of pecked holes in your door or whatever? Just saying.
There was a story recently. I mean, it's been all over the place. The whatever that bird was in the city that was breaking windows and stuff, and it's because it was seeing its reflection in the glass.
Oh, my mom had a big problem with robins attacking her big bay glass doors. I had to go buy her fake owls to put outside.
Yeah, we had to put stuff on our windows when we first moved into our house, 14 years ago, because birds were constantly slamming into our windows.
We had that
over
issue.
and over.
We had that issue where we used to live.
Yep.
Just because, like, in the evening, it looked like it was just continuing through sky because of the reflection. It just thought it was just flying in the air.
So, Pinecrest veterinarians are hoping to, reduce the peacock problem there with the peacock vasectomies. I just want to know, if you do that, are you officially a peacock block? You give them vasectomies like that?
Yes, you are.
That should be your official name. Put it right there on your business card. That's what I'm saying. It's your not so breaking news. 99.7 The Blitz. Ghost there with Square Hammer. Big congratulations to them. They grabbed the #1 slot on the Billboard 200 album chart for the first time ever.
Wow.
Congratulations. It's a huge deal when you get your first #1 album. Mm-hmm. Good for you.
They say that hasn't been done by a rock album in years, I think.
Long time.
Been a while.
Long time.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah. So big congratulations to them. It was a couple weeks ago that I shared that I was sitting around one day and I ended up watching G20. It's an Amazon Prime movie with Viola Davis, and she's the president, and they're at the G20 summit, and terrorists come in, and it's, a one-man army versus terrorists. And we did this little segment called The Ultimate, because it made me think it was very much the terrorist takeover plot, which has been done a million times. And so I wanted to know, what's the ultimate terrorist takeover plot movie? For me, of course, it was Die Hard. We took votes, and we had things like White House Down, Toy Soldiers, The Rock, with people's opinions on what the ultimate was. So I wanted to do it again. And before we answer, I'm very curious as to where these answers come in, because I know my answer, and I'm sure we all have one. We're going to go with the ultimate again, and this round is fast food. What is the ultimate fast food? Now, don't answer yet. 800-821-9970. You can shoot us a text at 99700. I want to see what Blitz Nation says first before we answer. What is the ultimate fast food place?
Okay, I need to ask you this question because Kelly and I have debated a couple places about whether or not they actually are considered fast food.
Fair enough. And, that's a tough... That's... What would be a questionable one, would you think?
Like Chipotle? Is Chipotle fast food?
Chipotle's fast food.
Yes, absolutely.
I would
trying to remember
even though Five Guys cost $50 a person, I would still consider that fast food.
I feel like if I can... Well, I can't say that because carryout can come from any restaurant.
Just in general, like fast food, traditional fast food.
Yes, but if you're not sitting down and a server's not coming to your table...
Well, I was going to say that, but you can... Any restaurant where you go in and sit down, you can get carryout from. You know what I mean? You can order ahead, go pick it up.
But no, the carryout is not fast food.
Right.
I'm saying...
I think we're making it too complicated.
Yes.
Okay, so if you can't go in and sit down and give your order to a waitstaff.
It's fast food.
Then it's fast food.
Yes. 800-821-9970. What is the ultimate fast food? Blitz, good morning. Who's this? Chris, what is the ultimate fast food?
Culver's.
Culver's is the ultimate fast food. That's
frozen custard and butter burgers.
That's pretty good, though.
That sounds good.
Yeah, I got no issue with that whatsoever. Ryan texts in, said Taco Bell is the ultimate fast food. Chris did say Chipotle, ultimate fast food. I could see that as a vote. Let's see. Scott says Del Taco. I'm sorry, Scott, I'm going to have to disagree with you there. I don't think that Del Taco is the ultimate fast food. I used to enjoy Del Taco, but I got it not that long ago. And it's something about the meat. I think if you get used to Taco Bell meat, which has like a little juice to it, Del Taco meat has no juice. It's a very dry taco. You need some sauce on that thing.
Yeah.
All right. 800-821-9970. Kelly, let's go with your vote. What is the ultimate fast food?
If I'm going to splurge and just eat fast food, it's going to be Wendy's. I love Wendy's.
Wendy's is the ultimate fast food.
I love it.
Okay. I thought sure you were going to say Arby's.
No, I got sick on Arby's last time. I'm done with Arby's.
Oh,
we have severed my relationship with Arby's.
Oh, no.
Yeah, we got both me and Charlie. The two of us got sick the last time we ate Arby's.
That'll put the end
So
to
that
an
was
order
it.
real quick.
Wendy's has never made me sick, so
Okay. All right.
Man, there's so many. That's a tough one. I do love Wendy's. I mean, I guess you have to factor in price and to make it what's the ultimate. You know, I can see why somebody picked Taco Bell. It's very cheap. You know, even though they make
how about
31
just
things.
taste? Like, it really isn't complicated. What do you like to eat fast food wise?
Lots of stuff. That's the thing. There's so many that I love.
Like, what's your favorite fast food?
I can't decide.
So fed up with your analytics.
I just can't decide.
Price and ambiance, and what about the customer service? And
I don't care about any of that.
How is their app? Is their app up to date? I don't know. Just taste! What do you like?
Everything.
What's your favorite, Goose?
I will say I'm a huge fast food fan, but when it comes to the ultimate, I got to go with the OG McDonald's.
Really?
Yeah, I think that's just because I do love me some Wendy's.
Yeah, I like McDonald's too.
I love, but you know,
I like a fillet of fish.
Taco Bell, I only like certain things. You know, if I go to Chipotle, I always order one thing.
Yeah, same
You know,
here.
if I go to a sandwich shop like a Subway or Jimmy John's, I always get the same kind of sandwich. McDonald's, I'm a fan of like multiple things on the menu. Blitz, good morning. Hi, who's this?
Good morning, this is Joe.
Joe, what is the ultimate fast food?
Well, first of all, I think to be fast food, you have to have a drive-through. But anyway, I would say Culver's or Chick-fil-A.
Culver's
Okay.
or Chick-fil-A. Okay. See, I agree. Chick-fil-A is amazing, but again, very limited menu.
Yeah.
It's very
I mean,
difficult to call them the ultimate.
You're
with a
going
very
there
limited menu.
specifically
right.
for...
Like
yeah.
Arby's. I love Arby's, but I think Arby's has one of the best chicken sandwiches and potato cakes. Like chicken sandwich potato cake combination.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Oh, yeah.
But that's about the only thing I'll eat on their menu.
Which chicken?
The
Bacon Swiss?
No, just the the regular.
Oh, just
old
a plain chicken sandwich.
lettuce, tomato, mayo
okay.
with
Okay.
the chicken. Well, thank you so much for the call, man. I really appreciate it. Blitz, good morning. Who's this?
Steve.
Steve, what is the ultimate fast food?
Ultimate fast food, man, for me, I got to say Whataburger. I'm from Texas.
Okay.
I miss Whataburger, but like second go-to, man, is probably Wendy's.
Wendy's is good. I mean, that would be a close second for me.
It's a huge menu, you know. They have chicken. They got everything. They got chili, you know.
Yeah.
The only thing Whataburger has on you guys is the spicy ketchup. If Wendy's got some spicy ketchup, you know, it would be number one.
You know, I appreciate you listening, and I love it, and I don't mean to cause any rifts, but I'm taking In-N-Out over Whataburger.
Ooh.
Oh, man, that's war.
Fighting word.
I knew it was. I appreciate you, man. Thanks for the call. Yeah, Wendy's, like I said, close second because they do Wendy's spicy chicken sandwich, so good.
Yeah.
The Dave's Double, so good.
Yes.
The
Sometimes you got to go triple.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Spicy nugs, good.
It's all good. Their salad is good.
Here's my complaint about Wendy's is their fries are slightly lacking, and they've changed the fry recipe too many times.
Yeah.
But
I like the fries.
If you've never dipped a fry in a Frosty, then you're missing out completely. And by the way, Thick, you never answered.
I know. Well, okay, so taste-wise, if we're going if it's just about I'm answering your question.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
You said, all right, here we go. And Kelly just started rubbing her eyes instantly. All it is one word.
Just taste.
You
That's
have
all
to
we
just-
care about.
If the best taste burger is Five Guys.
Five Guys.
All right.
But they're
Not
too
a good-
expensive to be the ultimate.
Too expensive and limited menu.
Right.
Limited menu.
See, I just found that place
All right.
last week, that Hibachi Dash, which is fast food hibachi. Phenomenal.
That's okay. See, that's on. But again, I don't know if that can be considered the ultimate because you can only get it here. So, is it really the ultimate if you can only get it in one spot?
I think they have. I think they're all
multiple?
over the place.
Are
Yeah,
they
I
all
think
over the
they
place?
just came here.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you can go with
Yeah,
hibachi
we got
dash.
a couple votes for Sheets.
I hear that all the time.
Really?
Phenomenal food at Sheets. I hear it all
When
the
I
time.
lived in Ocean City, Maryland, out on the East Coast, they had Wawa, the gas station,
Yes.
and it was they were known for their food. Like,
Yeah.
hey, you went in and ordered your sandwiches and stuff. So, really, Sheets?
Yeah,
All right.
I hear it all the
I
time.
know. Check them out. Baby Huey says Rallies is not number one. I'm sorry. No, sorry. I apologize.
It's their number one.
Yeah, but you can also be wrong. Just saying.
Your opinion is
can
wrong.
be wrong.
I don't care
I'm
what
just
your
putting it
taste
out
buds
there.
tell you.
This is 997 The Blitz.
And now, 3 things you need to know before you go.
I wanted to talk about this yesterday, but I forgot, so we'll talk about it today. The former CEO of Abercrombie & Fitch, Michael Jeffries, who's accused of operating a secret international sex trafficking scheme, has been found mentally unfit to stand trial.
What?
Oh, how convenient.
Jeffries is 80 years old now. He's been diagnosed by 2 forensic psychologists with Alzheimer's disease and Lewy body dementia. So a judge ruled him unfit for trial. He was CEO of Abercrombie & Fitch from 1992 to 2014 and is accused, along with 2 other men, of operating an interstate prostitution enterprise that involved transporting young, aspiring male models to events all around the world and then coercing them to have sex. So, that's distressing that you can get away with something like that.
Yeah, you do something for 20 years and then...
Yeah, and then you get a diagnosis, which is a terrible diagnosis. But, I don't know, man. That just, it seems unfair. But I guess he's paying for it in some way or another with that horrifying diagnosis.
I hope that his dementia and everything lasts a very long time.
Right.
And is very stretched out.
Yeah. So anyway, it was all alleged, by the way. Hasn't gone to trial, but whatever. Okay. Anyway, guys, as the long-delayed Real ID requirement finally takes effect tomorrow, of course, DMV offices are flooded across the country with people who are trying to quickly comply with the new federal standards. Of course, this Real ID Act was passed by Congress in 2005, and it has been kicked down the road this entire time. And we're finally at our last extension, and it ends tomorrow. But it's wild. That's 20 years.
Yeah.
That this requirement is, they've been kicking the can down the road on this bad boy. But anyway, if you don't feel like waiting in line at the BMV, you can get a passport, but that's going to take you 4 to 6 weeks. So you're screwed either way, especially if you have a flight coming up next
soon,
week
right.
or 2. Yeah. But anyway, you can either have this Real ID or a passport to take domestic flights. A man crashed his vehicle through the gates of Jennifer Aniston's Los Angeles home yesterday. She was at home at the time. Private security at the Bel Air home detained the driver at gunpoint until police arrived, and he is now in police custody, booked on felony vandalism charges. Investigators say the incident was not an accident, though there is nothing to indicate yet that the driver was targeting Jennifer Aniston. The suspect has a minor criminal history, but was not actively being investigated for anything to do with Aniston, like stalking or anything like that. Who knows? That is freaky.
That would still be freaky if you're home.
Come on.
I didn't know. I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense, but I didn't realize Jennifer Aniston had, like, armed security with her or at her house all the time.
I guess when you're at some level of celebrity, you pay a private security company to watch things. Good thing she was paying for that. All right, those are your 3 things.
All right, let's go. Mammoth is coming to town this fall, and we have got your tickets. If you want to check them out, we would love to send you. So 800-821-9970 is the phone number. We need 2 representatives, if you will. Kelly will represent one. I will represent the other in a game of Think Fast. It's a very simple game. In fact, the rules are right there in the name. You just have to think fast.
Yeah, basically.
Do we have a specific category for today, Thick?
We have multiple categories today.
Multiple categories. Okay.
Dang it.
Well, if you want to go see Mammoth, let's get our contestants. Blitz, good morning. Hi, who's this?
Yeah, it's Johnny.
Johnny, do you want to be represented by Kelly or Goose?
Goose, you got your ass handed to you yesterday. I'm going to go with you. I think you do.
Okay, a little comeback. You know the deal. I never lose twice in a row.
I think Fast. No,
I'm
but
coming back
also
with a
you
vengeance.
are better at Think Fast than I am.
See,
My brain is not in Think Fast
already.
mode.
Sandbagging.
Making excuses already.
I don't. My brain isn't a Think Fast brain. My brain is a ponder brain. Okay.
So wait, so Kelly's up 8-6-1, right?
No, 7-6-1.
But didn't she win?
Yeah,
She won 2 weeks in a row?
No, I
2
feel like
games
I've
in
won
a row.
a lot.
You won 2 games in a row.
Yeah,
right,
we need to
8-6-1.
write this down. I'm not trusting. I'm not trusting you anymore.
All right, fine. Johnny, good pick. Hang on one second. Blitz, good morning. Who's this?
This is John.
John and
Oh,
Johnny.
Johnny.
John, you're with Kelly. Johnny, you're with Goose. We're going to put you on hold. We are going to think fast for tickets for Mammoth. Here we go. What is the category, Thick?
All right, the first category is the presidential round. I will give you the first name of a president. You give me a last name of that president.
Go F yourself.
Why? What's the problem?
Because I got
You already said.
Yeah.
I got a D- in history.
Then
I think you know some presidential names.
All right, let's go.
There can be multiple answers to most of these.
Okay, all right.
All right. So give me the last name of a president whose first name is John.
Adams.
Kelly, right in there. But see, you knew. Simple, right? All right. How about Andrew?
Jackson.
Ooh.
I feel like I came in first, but that's okay.
Of course you do.
That's a tie.
Of course you do.
Is that a tie?
I thought it was. I heard it like in sync in my head.
I feel like it was a tie.
All right. James.
Buchanan.
Irwin. What?
Kelly said Buchanan.
You said Irwin?
Who's James Irwin? Who's that?
I don't know. It's the first name that popped into my head.
All right.
Isn't that a person, James Irwin? No?
It might
Steve
be, but-
Irwin.
Well, I know that.
What is it? Crocodile?
Yeah, Crocodile
Hunter. Yeah.
All right.
I don't think he was ever president of the United States, though. But
Probably
I could
not.
be wrong.
How about William?
Jackson.
William
Taft.
Yes.
Randolph Hearst. Oh, wait.
There's Clinton, Harrison, McKinley, Taft.
All
Harding.
right, mister. You've got a list in front of your eyes.
Don't try to act all high and mighty because you're looking at the sheet.
All right. Franklin.
Roosevelt.
Tie again. That's right. All right. Kelly took 2 out of 3. She won the first category.
Right.
This is the power couples category.
Oh, no.
I will give you one celebrity's name. You give me their power
Yeah.
Significant other.
significant other.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, crap.
Come on.
Okay.
Now. All right, here we go. Sarah Jessica Parker.
Matthew Broderick.
Yep. Prince Harry.
Meghan Markle.
Yes.
Darn it.
Emily Blunt.
John Krasinski.
Yep.
Oh, damn it. I knew that one.
Bruce Willis.
Demi Moore.
Oh, tie.
Plus, he's
But that
married
doesn't
to...
count.
Yeah,
That
he's
doesn't
married
count.
to
That's
The,
somebody else.
power couple, though, was Bruce and Demi.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. Even if it's a past power couple.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Ryan Gosling.
Emma Watson. Emma Blunt. Emma Stone. Oh, Eva Longoria. No, what the F is her name?
I don't have any idea.
Don't you say it.
Ryan Gosling?
Yes. Eva Mendes.
Yes.
Don't you say it.
I'm getting a point here.
Well, you guys tied that round.
Okay.
Okay.
So this one is the naughty round. These are words that little kids would giggle at when they hear them.
Okay.
I will tell you what the word rhymes with.
All right.
You will tell me the word.
The
that
actual word. We're going for the actual word.
You're going for the actual. I'm going to give you a word that rhymes with the word that kids would giggle at when they hear them.
Okay.
All right.
All right. This word rhymes with soup.
Poop.
Tie. This word rhymes with meanie.
Weenie.
Yes.
Beanie.
Goose,
Oh,
Goose
I
got
got
it
it.
first.
You got it.
This word rhymes with sugar.
Booger.
Yep. Goose. I heard the goose first.
That's not fair. You're louder than I am.
I heard him first.
BS.
Booger.
Next one. Fart.
This word rhymes with tube.
Boob.
Tie. And this word rhymes
Fart.
with dart.
Fart.
Oh, hell no.
It was.
Hell no.
Right there.
Oh, hell no.
It was right there.
No. Well, you know what? That ends in a tie of 5-5.
So I got to count them all.
I did. 5-5. I got it right here. We both got 5 answers correct.
Uh-oh.
Wait a minute.
Uh-huh.
No.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Kelly.
Yeah.
Kelly.
5-5.
Oh my gosh, you're right.
I know I'm right. I'm always right. Johnny.
Tiebreaker. No?
No? What are we going to...
All right. Another power couple.
All right.
All right.
Uh-oh.
Goldie Hawn.
Kurt Russell.
Damn it. You guys have gotten very good at this game. Hang on. I have to actually go to the
I think...
to the Googles here.
I think we just give them both tickets.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
Let's
that
do
was...
Yeah,
I'm going to keep tying here.
That was a pretty good round.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
John and Johnny.
John and Johnny, we're going to hook you both up because Kelly and I both rock. So, congratulations. You will both go see Mammoth. You hang on 1 second, and we'll get you hooked up with tickets.
That was really good, you two.
All right, 8, 6, and 2.
Eva
8,
Mendes,
6,
huh?
and 2. Eva Mendes.
It took him a second, but he got there.
Yeah.
Don't you say it.
Yeah, I'm getting that point. That point.
Kelly said fart 3 times and had the answer right the whole time.
I don't know if I like that one, though.
I loved it.
We'll have more Mammoth tickets this week. 99.7 The Blitz. All right, we need to do a little follow-up on a story we've been reporting on for a couple weeks now. If you remember, it was last week that a student from UCLA and a student from USC went head-to-head, if you will, in a sperm race. They had talked about it, and then it all happened, I believe, last weekend, a week ago Saturday.
Yep.
I think there was somewhere upwards of like $800,000 that was bet on this race. They had a live stream about the whole thing. If you watch the video, it was actually quite entertaining.
Very.
But unfortunately, like most things on the internet nowadays, you can't believe everything you see or read. That is because someone has stepped up from basically a fertility clinic and said, look, this is CGI. This is computer generated. He says, I look at sperm all day. This is not how sperm reacts. This is not what happens. He goes, basically, if you were to do it for real, it would be like taking a whole bunch of people and blindfolding them on a racetrack to see who finishes first.
Right.
Because they would go in all different directions. And if you watch the video, you kind of saw...
It's like they coagulate and then move forward together.
Right.
Something.
They basically... They always move forward through the racetrack. Some of them got stuck on walls and stuff, but they were basically always moving forward. So, the thing is, apparently a video journalist who actually attended the event said that he was told by the PR representatives from the organizers of the sperm race that, yes, for added entertainment value, the live positions of the sperm are mapped onto a dynamic 3D model of the track, creating an engaging visual experience. So they kind of already admitted it to the people that were there, saying, look, if we didn't do it this way, it would have been kind of boring.
Right.
It would have been weird. So, yes, we did amplify everything.
So but the winner was legit?
The winner was legit.
Okay. All right.
But the actual, what they showed on the screen was more of a CGI.
Yeah, for entertainment purposes.
For entertainment purposes,
okay.
Yeah. But they did test the two men outside of the race, and they did know which one had the faster swimmers. But yet again, just something else you can't believe.
Can't trust anything.
It's very unfortunate because I would have won a bunch of money. I was going to pick the winner, and unfortunately, I didn't. I would love to get in on the next race. Although
competitor or better,
I was going to say competitor, but that's not an option. I would have 0 racers in the race.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
me too.
You got fixed?
Oh yeah,
yeah, same here.
Yeah, a while ago. For sure. So, if you want to look forward to and bet on the next sperm race, they are contemplating on doing it again. So, keep an eye out. Well, okay, wait, don't keep an eye out. I heard that burns. But I mean, listen for the cues. It was back a couple weeks ago when Easter fell on 4/20. And it reminded me of a story. I was never much of a user of the devil's lettuce growing up. Until, I think I was like 25 at the time when I was dating a girl, and her and her friends got together on 4/20 because they had a friend who actually passed away on 4/20, and it was kind of part of their little smoking circle. And so to honor this person, they got together on that particular year. It was 4/20, and it was Easter. And I said, sure, I'll partake. But it just so happened to be like one of those 6-foot glass bongs that someone else had to light for you.
Right.
I remember sitting on the couch watching my shirt move because I could see my heartbeat. Like it was. And then I went to try and pick up the TV remote, and I couldn't close my hand. Like, I was panicking. It was weird.
Are you sure you weren't doing acid? What are we going? What kind of weed was
You've never smoked too much weed to where it's like...
I've never had a hallucination or anything.
I remember one time riding in the passenger seat, and we stopped at a red light, and I looked over, and I was like, that is the biggest moon I have ever seen in my entire life as we're sitting at this red light. And it took the entire red light for me to finally, like, blink and refocus to find out it was one of those, like, big orb street lamps. Like, it was one of the circle ones. And I swore it was the moon.
The weed!
So last night while doom scrolling before bed, I came across this TikTok page, and it was people who had a bit too much and what they did after they had a bit too much. Like this person. I was trying to fit a pint glass of milk into my microwave, and the glass was too tall. What? So I went to the sink and poured a bit of milk out in the sink and tried to put the glass back in the microwave.
That is totally a Stone thing to do.
Oh, absolutely. Once I was flying so high, I started crying because I couldn't feel my face. Took a good 10 minutes before I realized I was touching the reflection of myself in the mirror.
Oh, that explains it.
Oh, my God. I mean, how high are you?
Not as high as this person. I got lost in a roundabout. I was walking.
In the roundabout?
In the roundabout, just walking in circles.
Big Ben, Parliament.
Oh man. I was running down the street, but slowing down for the speed bumps. My friend asked why. Apparently, I was scared of getting arrested for speeding because I was so fast.
Okay.
I was not fast.
What?
Or this person who said, me and my husband had a brownie in Amsterdam and lost all use of our hands and arms. We just sat in the street flopping our arms until someone came to help us.
Oh, my gosh.
We made brownies, and I think we're dead.
Right.
I really do.
Yeah. 100%. I mean, Thick, you're saying it and laughing like you've never experienced...
No, nothing like that.
Really?
Like any kind of hallucination or not? No.
Nothing.
And I'm a lightweight, man. Maybe that's it. I just don't smoke that much.
You just
but
stop.
I mean, even back when I would smoke a lot more than I do now, I just never had, I don't know.
I had a crazy bong experience where you just overindulged.
Just choked myself to death a couple of times.
Yeah, that's happened. Did you do something strange when you just had a little too much? You didn't realize how much ate. That happened to me in Vegas. Had too much of everyone took a bite of the Twix, and I was like, I'll just finish it. That was not a good idea. I was crying at dinner.
I hear edibles hit different.
They do.
Body buzz, right?
Oh, they do. Yeah. They can really, they can send you into tuning fork mode where everything's just like, whoa, 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 whoa. You got the hum going on.
It's just unpleasant at some point, isn't it? At some point, it's unpleasant.
100%.
Like, you've done too much, now you got to ride it out.
I have done that and felt that way before.
Okay.
Where it's like, okay, I need to come down.
Yeah.
This isn't, I'm just too hot.
This is not fun. Yeah. Okay, all right.
Chris says, how about starting the Keurig machine without putting the cup of coffee underneath it?
That is definitely a Stone thing to do.
Yep. 100%. Jay says, sitting at the stop sign waiting for the light to turn green.
Okay.
Oh, my God. Well, I'll tell you another one. Sitting at a yellow blinking light.
Oh,
yeah.
Like, when do I go?
When do I go?
It's going to turn red. No? Come on. One of these times it's going to be red.
Gotta go.
Rebecca says, I've had to turn my TV down to taste my food.
Blitz, good morning. Who's this?
This is Lisa.
Lisa, have you had a moment where you ingested a little too much of the devil's lettuce?
It was an edible, and I call it tomorrow weed. I ate a 80 milligram fruit roll-up my friend made, and I didn't feel anything until the next day when I was at work.
Oh, no.
How does that happen?
Oh, it was so terrible.
That is a delayed reaction.
80 grams.
I've never heard of that before.
I can't fathom doing 80.
You said your friend made it?
Yes, she did. She made it with some shatter or whatever, and it doesn't happen. So I just went to bed, and I woke up the next day, ate my breakfast, went to work, and I had to leave.
Oh, yeah.
It's like your body, I was like, look, I've protected you long enough. Now you got to deal with it.
Oh, I love this one. This person had too much and called in sick to work. They were already at work.
I know. I had to tell my boss. I was like, I don't feel good. I gotta go.
That's gots to go. Thank you so much for the call.
Oh my gosh.
Jay says, looking for your phone using the flashlight on your phone.
That's one. Yeah, you walk into a room. What did I come in here for?
Oh yeah,
you know.
Absolutely.
Well, hell, I do that when I'm not high. So
800-821-9970. Would love to know that silly thing you did that one time when you just had a little too much in the system. It's 99.7 The Blitz. I found this website yesterday, people telling stories of things they did, the silly things they did when they were a bit too like Chris in Fredericktown, who says, I woke up in the middle of the night with my mouth completely cut up. I thought I was in a fight when I was a little too high. Then I walked to the kitchen. Turns out I ate 6 packs of ramen noodles without cooking them.
Oh no, that'll cut you up.
Let's see. We got Bill on the phone. Bill, good morning. What did you do when you were a bit too
What me was I gave my old lady a gummy one time. She slept for a day and a half.
Oh wow,
a day and a half. Were you ever concerned at that point that she wasn't waking up?
Nah, she was fine.
Because you kept holding a mirror underneath her nose to make sure she was breathing, and like, she's alive. She's
and now
dead.
You know how to get a little peace and quiet every now and again.
I don't think you're supposed to do that.
I don't either.
Yeah, that's wrong. Bill, thanks for the call. Aaron's on the phone. Aaron, good morning.
Hey, it wasn't me. It was actually my wife at the time. And we made the mistake of going to watch Jurassic Park in 3D.
Uh-oh.
We both ate a brownie.
Uh-oh.
Halfway through the movie, I found her outside in the hallway calling animal control.
What?
Because she thought the dinosaurs were coming after her, literally. Like, everybody had to be alerted about it.
Oh,
they turned the lights on in the movie theater. They called the police. They called the ambulance. It took me like over 2 hours to convince them to, hey, let this go. This is what this is.
Right. Oh. She's not crazy.
The entire movie theater. Literally thought the dinosaurs were real and coming to get her.
I could, I could see that being a movie that would kind of trip. In 3D, too? Yeah, if it's in 3D.
That was the problem. And then on the way home, had to hold on to every wall because she thought she was going to fall.
Oh, yeah.
So we had to walk back 1.5 miles with her holding on to every building she could. And then I had to spend the whole night convincing her she wasn't going to forget her name.
Oh, yeah. Oh, good
every
times.
5 minutes. Yeah, every 5 minutes she was like, what is it again?
Right.
It was one of those nights you're never going to forget.
Yep. That goes down in the record books for sure. Thanks so much for the call. Michael says we drove all the way to Michigan from Columbus for Coney Island at 3 a.m. I support that, sir, because the best Coney Islands are in Detroit. You want a Coney dog? You go to Detroit. You go to Lafayette, Coney Island, right there in downtown. Or Dooley's right there in downtown. You're set up. You're good to go. And that is a craving I could 100% see. Mm-hmm. Be like, we're going. Without a doubt. You got one over there, Kelly?
Zach says one time I was super high. I got pulled over by a Hilliard police officer. I was asked for my ID and gave him my debit card. He then asked, why did you give me your debit card? And he said, my bad. And then gave him a Chick-fil-A gift card.
What? Did he get it?
Oh, that first bribe won't work?
Right.
Okay.
Is that a bribe? Is that considered a bribe?
I mean, what else would it be? Blitz, good morning. Hi, who's this?
Terry.
Terry?
Yep.
All right, Terry, what did you do one time when you had a bit too much?
I decided I had some butter, made my own little loaf of bread, ate half of it. Didn't think it was working, ate the other half. My wife woke me up in the hallway at 3 a.m. and called off work the next day.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Oh, yeah.
That's the one thing that you have to learn is it takes time
for the edibles.
To kick in. Yeah.
Yep.
And,
I thought I drank moonshine.
Right. Thanks for the call. It's very important when the guy behind the counter with the long hair in the Birkenstocks and the Jerry Garcia T-shirt tells you only need like a little bit,
right?
Like you only need a little bit. Give it a second, because otherwise you're going to be like outside vacuuming your front lawn, and you really don't want to be out there doing that. So be careful.
I do think that it is a person-to-person thing on how it impacts you. Because
for sure.
I know people who can just smoke non-stop. Like, they can just smoke so much, and they're fine, and I would be gone.
I had a former coworker when I did mornings in Colorado. He worked at the station right across the hall.
Yeah.
And on his drive to work, he would smoke an entire blunt before the morning show.
Oh, my God. I would be a disaster.
I don't know how you do it.
How do you function?
I don't know.
I mean, I guess I've just from, having a time in my life where I did like to drink. I tried to come to work after a night out. It was a very late night out. I got home at 3 a.m., got to work at 4 a.m. Obviously, still feeling every ounce of it. I fell asleep on the bathroom floor at work. Like, you can't function.
Yeah.
Really. You've got
100%.
I've grown up since then.
Oh, man.
I hope.
The days of walking in here and finding Kelly passed out in the bathroom.
That
I
wasn't
miss
even
those
here.
times.
That was in the night. That was way before. I've matured by the time they hired me here.
I'm pretty sure I told this story. We had a night out one time and went to the station to sleep, and the housekeeper that worked overnight went to open the door, but the door hit my feet because I was sleeping on the floor in the office, and went running through the hallway screaming, "He did! He did!" Scared the crap out of her. 99.7 The Blitz.
And now, 3 things you need to know before you go.
Today is Election Day. Polls are open until 7:30 p.m. There's one statewide issue before voters. It's issue 2. It would allow the state to sell bonds to fund major construction projects. There are also several school issues on the ballot today in Central Ohio, with districts asking taxpayers to fund projects and operating levies. That includes Groveport, Madison, Marysville, Jonathan Alder, Southwest Licking, Tays Valley, and Walnut Township. Police in Northeast England have arrested 14 children on suspicion of manslaughter in the death of a 14-year-old boy. The victim's name is Leighton Carr. He'd been reported missing on Friday, and later that night, his body was found after firefighters put out a huge blaze in a building in a rundown industrial park. 11 boys and 3 girls between the ages of 11 and 14 were taken into custody and charged, and have all been released on bail.
Wow.
Well, that's just awful.
Terrible. A U.S. citizen was impaled on a fence at the Colosseum in Rome while trying to take a picture. Reports are the 47-year-old American slipped while climbing a spiked fence for a better photo op and remained stuck and unable to free himself for about 20 minutes. You guys, he was reportedly screaming in pain, and once medics arrived, they had to give him a sedative in order to get him off the spike. He had lost a ton of blood and was hospitalized and went through surgery in Rome and is now recovering.
And, of course, it had to be an American.
Can you imagine? Just got to get that picture.
Got it. Do it for the gram.
Golly.
I hope he snapped a couple photos of, just being impaled.
Right.
Yeah. Before this thing starts to make me want to pass out, let me snap a couple selfies.
Well, yeah. I mean, you get yourself screaming on that thing, you'll get all kind of hits.
That's right.
I'm in my shish kebab phase.
Shish kebab era.
Yeah, my shish kebab era. Yep.
That's good. All right. That's those are your 3 things.
Well, if you're a parent, it may take a moment to figure out that there really are no books or rules. Every kid is different. You can try whatever you want to try. Some people stick to the parenting styles that they were raised with. Some people say, I would never want to raise my child that way. I'm going to raise my child this way. All kinds of different ways to parent. Well, there's a parenting style that apparently Huffington Post is calling trending. Although to me, it seems like something that I would do if I had children. It's the FAFO parenting style.
That sounds like how I grew up.
Basically, it's defined as letting your kids experience the natural consequences of their actions without getting too involved. So kind of the opposite of helicopter parents. TikTok mom got it started in 2022 after she heard Jason Kelsey's wife, Kylie, talk about it on her podcast. Now, again, this isn't really anything new, I didn't think. Obviously, you're not letting your kids run into an intersection to find out what happens. But for the most part, you're letting them find out. Like your kid is throwing a temper tantrum and doesn't want to wear their coat and it's raining outside. And you're finally like, fine, don't wear a coat. And then they're miserable and they're upset because they're all wet and cold.
Right.
And you're like, told you. That's what happens. Tried to give you some advice on what you should do and you didn't listen. And so now you have to live with your consequences. My question is, are you going to force the kid to wear the coat because of you don't want to deal with the temper tantrum, or you deal with the temper tantrum now and make them wear the coat, knowing that they're going to be miserable later, and you don't want to put up with them being miserable later.
Yeah, you have to deal with it either way. It's going to be a problem at some point in the process. Do you want to take care of it in the beginning, or do you want to deal with a cold, shivering, miserable kid for the rest of your time out?
Right. Does this sound like, you said this sounds like how kind of you grew up,
Well,
Kelly?
my FAFO was do what mom and dad says, or FAFO.
Oh, well, there's that.
We weren't like let out to go just explore the world on our own and find out and learn lessons on our own. We were told what to do and when to do it. And if you didn't do it, then you were in giant trouble.
Yeah. My mom's favorite was always keep messing around. I brought you into this world. I'll take you out and make another one just like you. It was always her favorite. I kind of adopted my, and I say parenting style as a step parent of teenagers, which obviously is different than toddlers.
Oh, yeah.
Or, young adolescents at 6, 7, 8. But as teenagers, I've adopted the Ray parenting style. If you ever saw the movie Ray with Jamie Foxx, where he portrays Ray Charles, in the beginning of the movie, when he starts to lose his vision, his mom says something, and I thought it was very cool. It's that, I'm going to show you the first time. I'm going to help you the second time. Third time, you're on your own. You got to start figuring out, because no one's going to be there to help you. You got to learn how to take care of yourself. You got to kind of learn the ways of the world. So yes, I'm going to be supportive, and I'm going to show you. On the second time, I'm going to help you. But that third time, you got to start picking up the slack here, man. Got to start doing what needs to get done. So that's, I don't know if that's necessarily FAFO. It's kind of FAFO light.
Yeah.
Because by the third time, you're on your own.
Yeah.
What went wrong? What can you fix to make sure it doesn't go wrong? You got to start doing that stuff.
That's good. You're preparing young adults.
Right. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Thick, did you grow up kind of in FAFO style?
Yes, absolutely. Because we were just constantly told, go outside and play, be home by dark. I would, like on a Saturday, man, I would leave my house at 9 o'clock in the morning on my bike, meet up with my friends. We'd come back 10 o'clock at night. Gone.
What'd you do for food?
Well, I usually had some money on me. We'd hit McDonald's or whatever, and we'd eat at we'd go to the pool. We'd eat at the pool.
Well, right.
And sometimes I'd run home. I just needed some food. I'm in there half hour, and I'm right back out and gone.
Yep.
And whether it was sports or video games or just dirt bikes, the pool. We were on our bikes riding all over Hilliard. And if you messed up, you learned a lesson. You hoped, and you didn't make the mistake again. But it was definitely FAFO.
You got thirsty, you drank out of the water hose.
That's right.
And it wasn't about, don't do this or you're going to be in trouble. You just learned, I probably shouldn't do that because that hurt, or look what I've gotten myself into now, right? So yeah, it was definitely FAFO.
I got told, I cannot wait till you grow up and have a daughter exactly like you. But I showed her because I didn't have any kids.
Yeah, no, that's a good way to do it. If you have that parenting style, I'd love to hear it. You can shoot us a text, 9970. It's 997 The Blitz.
Not so breaking news. The news already broke. We're trying to put it back together.
Oh, the stupidity of humans never ceases to amaze me. There was a man visiting a zoo in the Philippines who was near the crocodile enclosure. And if I went to a zoo and I had the first inclination that the animals were fake, I'm walking up to the ticket counter and saying, I want a refund. I did not pay to come to a museum. I came and paid to go to a zoo where I can see animals do their thing. So why this man thought when he got to the crocodile enclosure that the crocodiles were fake, I have no idea. But he figured, hey, I want a selfie with the fake crocodiles. As it turns out, no, it's a zoo, and those crocodiles were not fake. The crocodile clomped down nice and hard, and sure enough, after a few moments of screams and pain and other bystanders yelling and screaming, the zookeeper came in and hit the croc over a head with a piece of concrete to make him loosen up his grip.
My.
Wow.
Man was then taken to the hospital where he had to receive more than 50 stitches for his injuries.
Natural selection.
Yeah, don't save this man.
Yeah.
There's no reason to save this man. If you go to the zoo and think it's a good idea to climb over the embankment and crawl into the crocodile enclosure thinking the crocodiles are fake, I don't know what to tell you, sir.
FAFO.
That's right. 100%. The 29-year-old will be okay, but don't go climbing into the enclosures. Not necessary. Your second story takes us over to, does it say where this is? It doesn't say what Walmart it is. Bradford County is all it tells me, but it doesn't say exactly where a man is now facing 2 to 8 years in prison after he was found guilty of a Walmart diamond heist. This has got to be the worst Ocean's 11 movie ever. Breaking into a Walmart for a diamond heist. That's not good. But he apparently got away with $7,000 worth of diamonds. I didn't realize they kept that many diamonds at Walmart.
I thought those were all cubic zirconia.
Me too. He was sentenced for multiple offenses, including retail thief and retail thief and default in required appearances, as he didn't show up to court. Both felonies of the third degree. He could be spending up to 8 years in prison for stealing 7 diamond rings worth $7,362.50. From the Walmart in Athens, Pennsylvania. There it is. Why he stole from Walmart instead of a high-end jewelry? Like, if you're going to go for a diamond heist, at least go all in. Or are you assuming that, like, if you do it at Walmart, you have less chance of getting caught?
Yeah, 100%. It's huge. It's always, like, staffed. I mean, I don't know.
Well, a lot of times they have the rules now where they can't chase you or won't chase you.
Right.
I mean, I feel like if you're going into a legitimate jewelry store, there is security. They are watching every move you make.
Yeah.
I mean, I know there's surveillance everywhere, even in a Walmart. But I'm thinking everybody's busy not caring if they're working at Walmart. Nobody cares. They're just like, hey, man, I'm making minimum wage. I don't know, whatever.
Yeah. I've seen the employees at some of these jewelry stores, and they are absolutely 100% more fit than the employees at a Walmart.
Yeah.
So if I'm trying to outrun someone, then I'm going to the Walmart.
Yeah.
For sure. However, this man was caught and is now facing up to 8 years in prison. Although that'd be laughable. If you're in prison with other thieves...
Yeah, you got to change your story.
You got to change your story.
You say I'm a diamond thief.
Exactly. It's got to be like the Diamond Exchange, in New York or something along those lines. You can't say
Fort Knox.
Right.
I don't know what do they have diamonds in Fort Knox? I mean, this story's being elaborated. Like
you're expanding upon it for sure. Because saying that you did a smash and grab in a Walmart ain't going to get you any favors in prison. Not at all. That's your not so breaking news. 99.7 The Blitz. All right. Simple question. 800-821-9970 with your answers. You can shoot us a text as well at 99700. What is something that got broken or lost, but completely irreplaceable? Can you think of something, Kelly, over the years that got broken or lost?
Well,
completely irreplaceable?
I would say in my 20s, I was storing, of course, I didn't live at home. I lived... on campus. I had tons of roommates all throughout my 20s, just kind of bouncing around from house to house. And so most of my stuff was at my parents' house in the basement, and they had a flood. And I would say most of my boxes of, yearbooks and the stuff, not that it's anything I would be looking at daily, but when I'm thinking, I wonder, like, I wish I had that yearbook to look up this or that, or, just those kind of memories from childhood. All this, like my best friend Angel and I wrote hundreds of notes to each other that we both saved over the years, all destroyed.
That's sad.
Yeah, from like growing up and being in school together and passing notes, we saved all our notes to each other, and they're all gone. Irreplaceable.
1720 says, my dad gave me an old Swiss Army knife when I was 10, and it was like a bar of gold to me. I carried it everywhere till my sister lost it when we were teenagers. Blitz, good morning. Hi, who's this?
Yeah, this is Nick from Columbus, Ohio.
Nick, what's up, man?
I want to tell you about the things that I've lost or missed.
Yeah, what was lost or broken that's completely irreplaceable?
My mom had passed away in that jumbo basket in Ohio, the big giant basket building.
She passed away there?
A collection of those.
Oh, a collection of them.
She had a collection of them, and they actually got lost in a house move.
Oh,
the moving process.
Not to add to your pain, but those things are so expensive. Longaberger baskets, so expensive.
I looked so hard for it.
Oh,
so hard for it. Couldn't find it. Flipped the house. Everything.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
That's a big bummer.
Somebody got there before you.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah,
Thanks for the call, man. That reminds me though, where my parents lived in a suburb of Detroit, right across the street from them was a Max and Irma's restaurant. And they went there probably 4 or 5 nights a week. It was easier than my mom cooking dinner. They could go split a salad.
Yeah.
And Max and Irma's is one of those restaurants that's known for their flair all over the walls and everything. And my dad had a great article in the Detroit Free Press from way back in the 80s when he was Chip the Clown. And he was at the Shrine Circus. His head was inside a tiger's mouth. He had gotten inside the tiger's mouth and someone snapped a picture and they wrote an article about the Shrine Circus. My dad happened to be in the picture. And so my mom gave it to Max and Irma's to put on the wall close to the booth that they sat in all the time. And when Max and Irma's shut down, of course, they just ripped everything off the walls. I tried for probably 5 years to call Max and Irma's corporate to see, do they box everything up? Do they put it at a new location? Do they just trash it? And yeah, after 5 years of research, no one could find anything out about this framed photo. Yeah. Can you think of anything that was lost or broken and irreplaceable in your life?
I can. By the way, Joe said his virginity.
That's everyone. Yeah.
Right. I have some sports memorabilia, and I kept some of it on the shelves of this big TV entertainment center we had. And I had some bobbleheads on there, and one of them was an Emmitt Smith bobblehead. I'm a huge Cowboys fan.
Yeah.
And it was one of 50. There were only 50 of this bobblehead made.
That's a bummer.
And I was cleaning this entertainment center, and I picked up that Emmitt bobblehead, and the bottom half of it stayed on the shelf, and the top half was in my hand.
Oops.
I was like, what the hell happened to this? Well, my son had broke it, and he tried to set it back up there, so I couldn't tell him. I couldn't tell from looking at it until I picked it up and went, what?
I can't believe, how do you know that he's the one who broke it? He admitted to it after?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Man, you could have rode that one out. There's no way to know who broke that.
Yeah, I knew.
Oh, you knew?
Oh, I knew.
Oh, okay.
I knew. Only my wife would not have put it back up there like that and tried to fool me.
Well, yeah, but you could have been the one who ripped it off. Like it just broke in your hand.
No.
Okay.
No. I picked it up and no, not possible.
So Tyler, your son didn't go, what'd you do?
Yeah, right. I'd have rode the lightning on that one.
Yeah.
I'd have, nope.
One of 50 in the world.
5725 says, the last note my grandpa wrote me for Christmas.
Oh
man.
Dang. Oh, that hurts.
That's a heartbreaker. Tony says, had a house fire. I lived in Darbydale, Ohio. Lost 50% of my die-cast NASCAR collection. Oh, I bet some of those were probably worth a little bit of money.
Yeah. Speaking of some being worth money, Derek, all my Pokemon cards when I was in 5th grade got stolen. Many rare cards, including Charizards in there.
Oh, those are worth some money now.
Yeah.
800-821-9970 or 99700. Want to hear your story. What was lost or broken that is completely irreplaceable? Something that you lost over the years. Give us a call, shoot us text, 997 The Blitz. All right, what's that one thing that is irreplaceable that got lost or broken? The Blitz, good morning. Who's this?
Michael.
Michael, what did you lose?
I was in a process of moving, and I stuck my firearms in a storage unit for like 3 days. And I come back, and my great-grandfather's J.C. Higgins that he gave me before he passed away, that and all my firearms were gone.
Oh, no.
Is that like some paperwork with the ATF you got to fill out?
Hello?
They never found them, so the ATF just like there's nothing they can do about it.
Okay, but I'm thinking that like you at least have to report lost firearms in case something goes awry, and they know what.
Oh, I definitely reported them.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, because they're like registered.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want something popping up with your registered gun.
Right.
That'd be the worst. Well, thanks for the call, man. I hope you have a great one. Text rolling in. Rick says, I had silver coins for my mom. It's one of the few things I had from when she passed away. Had a relative come stay with us for the summer. They took them out of the drawer and bought cigarettes. Oh, come on. Come on.
Dang.
You can't do that.
Honey says, my Pogs. My sister dropped my entire collection of 350 Pogs in our flooded driveway in 1997.
Were those little discs because she slapped them down?
Yeah.
And what, you knocked over the tower and you got to keep other people's Pogs?
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Doug said John Bobbitt has a good one.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it can't be replaced.
No, that definitely cannot be replaced. Although that's not true. It was replaced, and he made a lot of money in the adult film industry.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
why?
reattached it, didn't they?
Why? I don't know.
No, I think it was a...
That is not something I am... No, it was his.
Oh, it was?
Oh, yeah.
They found it in a field.
Yeah,
remember?
they found
a dewy
it.
Oh, my
field.
God. I guess I did.
Shucked it out the window.
Dan Davidson said, my first wallet. I bought it at age 16 with my own money, had it for 29 years till I lost it at a druggy relative's house.
Lost it in quotes.
Right.
Lost.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
Scott says, lost Pokemon card collection and signed Blue Jackets memorabilia in a house fire when I was 17. That's a real bummer.
Oh, Dan says, I accidentally dropped my bag of winter clothes off with Salvation Army donations. I had my favorite 25-year-old Carhartt in there. Oh.
No one wants to lose a Carhartt.
An accidental donation.
Let's see here. Oh, Steve, not a physical thing, but the voicemail my dad left me before he passed away somehow got erased. Oh, man.
Oh.
I do wish that I saved, every year my mom would call on my birthday and I would say hello. And then she would sing, she would just jump right in and sing happy birthday. And a couple years ago, I didn't answer. She left on my voicemail. And I deleted that voicemail thinking, like, I don't need that voicemail anymore. And then, of course, we all know what happens there. Blitz, good morning. Who's this?
Tony. Good morning, Miss Kelly.
Hey, good morning, Tony.
Good morning, Miss Kelly. You guys have a good day.
You too. Thanks, Tony. Just wanted to say have a good
so
day.
Nice. Hi,
Miss
Tony.
Kelly.
This person wrote, my older brother left a videotape of his wedding at my mother's house when they went on their honeymoon, and my youngest brother decided he wanted to videotape Michael Jackson's Thriller. So now they play their wedding, and in the middle of it comes Michael Jackson's Thriller video.
Oh, man. I wish I would have saved. I had it for a little bit, but I got lost in the moves I've made. But I had the original outdoor sign of the restaurant I owned in Colorado Springs. And when we sold the restaurant, I took the sign with me. It was just one of those, like, slide-in signs, light-up signs.
You gotta have that.
Yeah. That one got thrown away, unfortunately.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah. You got one, Thick?
Let's see, Henry, when he was in junior and senior in high school, he always bought 2 concert shirts, one to wear, one to archive with anything else he got from live shows, set lists, guitar picks, drumsticks, etc. While I was in USMC boot camp, my degenerate older siblings stole everything, years worth of memorabilia.
Oh, no.
JC says my entire Ghost Rider comic book collection from issue 1 to issue 100.
Ooh.
My first ex-wife destroyed during my divorce. I do wish I had. I don't even know what happened to my comic book collection. I have
you don't have it anymore?
No.
Oh, man.
I couldn't even. I don't even know. Did I sell it? Did it get thrown away by my parents after I moved? I have no idea what happened to it. Well, I sure wish I still had that thing. Because, man, they'd be worth some money now.
I willingly trashed all my vinyl because I didn't feel like moving it again to another house.
That's
all
a
my
bummer.
vinyl. Yeah. Just threw it right in a gigantic dumpster behind home on Indianola Avenue in Clintonville.
Man, to think what could have been.
I was like, I'm not hauling these things to another house. I'm not doing it.
Vinyl's heavy.
It is so heavy.
Yeah, I remember back in the day, first starting out as a DJ, carrying crates. And, man, when it went from crates to then you could carry one full thing of CDs.
Yeah.
And now you just carry a hard drive with you, and that's it. Boy, shipping in those crates, man.
I've got crates of vinyl at home. That's something I lost several when we had a flood in 2020.
Vinyl?
Yeah,
Yep.
I lost several albums that I can't replace.
800-821-9970 or 99700. If you got one, it's 99.7 The Blitz.
And now, the 3 things you need to know before you go.
No charges will be filed against 5 Columbus police officers who were involved in a deadly shooting near the Republican National Convention in Milwaukee last summer. The district attorney says the officers were within the law when they opened fire on 43-year-old Samuel Sharp. Columbus officers were in Milwaukee to provide additional security for the RNC when they spotted Sharp approaching a group of people while holding 2 knives. Body camera footage shows Sharp ignoring commands to drop the knives before the officers fired and killed him. Skechers is being sold to an investment firm, 3G Capital, for around $9 billion and will become a private company. Now, the deal is expected to close in the third quarter this year. Skechers will continue to operate under its current chairman and CEO. The guy in charge is named Robert Greenberg. He's 85 years old, making those delicious shoes that Thick Rick loves. Now, Robert Greenberg will also collect a payout from this sale of more than $1 billion. He will also retain a stake in the private company and will stay in charge. So this is like a dream situation for this guy. This is the biggest ever buyout in the footwear industry. Now, interestingly enough, I was with Thick Rick when he made the decision to buy his first pair of Skechers, and I recorded some sound of that.
Those must be comfortable shoes. I bet you could walk all day in shoes like that and not feel a thing.
So then,
yo, bro, if you got Skechers on, get out my face, bro.
I still hate that kid.
All right. Sometimes you just stumble upon a very crazy story when you look at police blotter incidents, and this one is out of the Cleveland area. 56-year-old man was arrested for felonious assault after holding his girlfriend hostage for 2 hours and assaulting her because he thought that she'd had sex with his adult son. Now, keep in mind, everybody had been drinking. It was about 2 a.m, right? The woman said that she thought she was going to die. So even though she didn't do it with the son, she said she had, just so he would stop assaulting her. He did stop assaulting her and then went into the son's bedroom and beat the crap out of him. Meanwhile, she takes off running, ends up in the hospital, has to get stitches in her head. Her head was split open. Like terrible injuries, right? It's a terrible situation. So the man gets arrested. They're like, what happened? And he said, I'll tell you what happened. She admitted to me that she's the one who gave me herpes. So that's why this whole situation kicked off. And he said, and after she said that, I blacked out. I don't know what happened. But, I mean, this is happening inside people's homes. These situations.
Man, I don't know what the reaction is like when someone tells you gave them the herpaderp, but
I guess this guy says, well, you must have also slept with my son because he's over there having Valtrex. We're all on Valtrex now, and somebody's getting a beating.
1 in 6 of us has herpes, so here's a handy, useful tip. 5 of your partners are just fine, but the next one has a funky lip.
Man.
And that's your Cleveland police blotter, and those are your 3 things.
Man, no one wants a bumpy...
Or a funky lip.
Or a funky lip, absolutely.
A bumpy.
If your thing is like a topographical map of Utah, then you might want to visit the doctor. Just saying.
What am I looking at here? The Great Salt Lake?
I don't think speed bumps belong there.
No.
Here's a lesson to all the ladies. If you're about to get it on with a man and you hit a speed bump or two, you may want to walk away. Just saying. All right. Time to go.
That's it, baby.
All right. I can remember my first job in radio, I don't know, 26 years ago, something like that. And going up and signing that contract for $16,500 a year.
You had to contract your first radio gig?
Pretty sure. Yeah. More like a work agreement. I don't know if we call it a contract, but a work agreement. And then I remember going through the steps year after year. If I could just make this much. If I could just make this much, everything would be fine.
It's never enough.
It's never enough. It's never enough. But this is actually a scary fact in terms of where we're at as a country. Of the top 100 municipals, cities in the country, there are 25 of them where $100,000 a year still puts you in the negative.
Are you living above your means?
No.
I mean,
no.
$100,000 a year?
This takes into account your basics: housing, childcare, transportation, health insurance, food, entertainment, utilities, federal and state taxes, federal payroll taxes, and a 401 contribution if you can even afford to do that. At the bottom of the list, number 25, Bakersfield, California. You're still living negative $16 just off the basics. Colorado Springs is number 24 on the list. I spent 12 years living there. Super expensive to live. Even at $100,000 a year, you're basically living at negative $40. And then, of course, it goes up from there. Hartford, Connecticut, Fresno, California, New Haven. Funny enough, New York, the city of New York is 11th on the list.
I got to believe San Fran's number one.
In New York City, you're at $100,000 a year. You're living at negative $744 a year. I'm sorry, a month. Negative $744 a month. Yeah. And then you get into the top 10. What did you say was number one?
I believe it's San Fran, isn't it?
San Fran is number 2, actually.
Okay.
Every month, if you're making $100,000 a year every month, you are still $1,804 in the negative on $100,000 a year.
In San Fran?
In San Fran.
Damn.
Yep.
What's number one?
Number one, San Jose, California.
What's going on in San Jose?
It's just super expensive to live. Every month, at $100,000 a year, you are still living at negative $2,207.
It's like I always say, there's like 100 companies out there that just want to turn every one of us upside down and shake every single penny out of us. And then on top of that, we are taxed to death.
It's just scary to think. Thinking to yourself, if I could just pull 6 figures, if I could just make $100,000 a year, and you're still just scraping by.
There's the guy over here who's got $47 billion, that's not enough for him.
I would just a little sprinkle. just Salt Bay me with some of your pocket money. That's all I want. So
I'm just thankful we're going to get some free Mountain Dew today. So
I'm very excited for that. I'm going to do the do here in about 15 minutes. So we'll talk about Mountain Dew Day coming up. 99.7 The Blitz.
Now, let's see if we can learn you something. Sit up and pay attention.
Yeah, let's make you a little bit smarter than you were when you woke up this morning. According to a new study, human population needs at least 2.7 children per woman to reliably avoid long-term extinction. That is much higher than the fertility rate than the 2.1 previously believed, and much higher than the current U.S. fertility rate of just 1.66.
Is that what it's down to?
We're a full child behind right now.
Well, I read several years ago we were going to hit, the planet population was going to hit 10 billion people. We're at 8 billion now.
Right.
That happened a couple years ago. And then it was going to start going the other direction.
Oh, for sure.
And I'm like, and just keep going. And, again, when sperm counts are down 50% over the past 40 years from now, what does that mean?
Oh, no.
It means we can't have any more kids.
I mean, some people would say less population isn't exactly a terrible thing. Just saying. Only 17 state capitals are the largest cities in their states. I mean, I think we're one of them where Columbus isn't quite the largest city in Ohio. I think we fall behind Cincinnati by a little bit.
Okay.
And Cleveland, for that matter. So having the state capital here is one of those states for sure. During the Cold War, The government briefly considered a plan to mark a bunch of extra-large condoms as medium and airdrop them in the Soviet Union to make the men there think that their junk was significantly smaller than Americans. That would be a little punch to the gut for sure. You're raising your hand.
I just want to tell you, Columbus is the largest city in Ohio.
Oh, it
It's
is?
the 14th largest city in the United States.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. The first live sporting event broadcast on ESPN. Do you want to take a guess, Thick?
The first live sporting event?
Sport. Yes, just guess the sport.
Oh, like when it first debuted, it's probably like volleyball.
No, you're somewhat close.
It's something, like
professional softball game.
Softball, yeah.
In 1979 between the Kentucky Bourbons and the Milwaukee Schlitz.
Yeah, they didn't have any, contracts with like NFL or any of that yet.
Exactly. And finally, it is impossible to poison a possum. They produce a protein that basically neutralizes any poison that enters their body. And scientists are trying to actually use it to build a universal poison antidote for people.
Wow.
I by far am no scientist, but you would think if there's a particular enzyme that, or protein that you would be able to like single out that one protein, but is it compatible like with human DNA genes? Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Some testing that has to be done.
For sure.
But that explains why they can eat anything.
Yeah.
Because they're the greatest trash pickup guys in the neighborhood.
Well, it's not only that. It's venom. Like if you're dealing with snakes or, any of these other poisonous type animals.
But they're indestructible.
They are pretty much indestructible. Like honey badger.
Honey badger. Don't give an F.
That's
Or
right.
an S.
Learning you some stuff on a Tuesday morning. 99.7 The Blitz.